Good afternoon. Welcome to the first of many episodes of Disciple of the Nerds. I'd like to introduce my co-host, Joe. How
What's
you
going
doing,
on?
Joe?
I'm good. How are you?
Happy to be here. Happy to be here. All right. A little bit of history between Joe and I. We came across each other from a small job called PSAV. What was PSAV, Joe?
Or just a huge conglomerate AV company that does corporate audiovisual staging equipment and shows for just about every company out there. No big deal.
Now, are they still around?
I believe so.
Because I know I left before you did. I left
Yeah.
that craziness.
Well, they're now called Encore, but that's a whole nother story of why that happened.
When I think of Encore, I think of Jay Z. Encore, do you want more?
No.
Whatever that lyric goes. No, okay, no, but okay. So we, Joe and I, we known each other for a while, pushing 10 years. On and off, the friends fight or the friends disappear, but we back now. Now,
Yeah.
what we wanted to do was we honestly we just wanted to talk, not only talk to ourselves but talk about the things around us that we love and enjoy, which would be movies, video games, tech. These are the three core factors that kept this friendship going. That's actually how we met.
hmm
So we wanted to not only just have a conversation, but just we wanted to express ourselves with possibly an audience. Building a community of people that with like minds of movies, video games, tech, the arts, the things that we enjoy. That's why we got together to build this podcast. What's the name of it again, Joe?
Disciples of the Nerds.
And how did you come across that name?
Because we follow everything nerddom, movies, gaming, technology, you name it, anything what's popular, we'll
We
cover
are
it.
embracing the word nerds
Yes.
and and putting it back to being popular. I love it. All right.
Yep.
So one of the first things that I wanted to talk about was actually AMC. Well, not AMC, but the movies in general. We know that Blue Beetle came out. Blue Beetle is another superhero movie. Let me change this, make it big for you. The logo. Nope. There we go. It came out yesterday, which you officially don't know the date that we are filming this, but it came out Friday, the 18th, I believe. Today's the no, the yeah, Friday the 18th was its first premiere worldwide, right? And right now it stands at $10 million made already, which is not that great, as far as superhero movies. But Blue Beetle itself, it's not. Is it a Marvel movie? Do you know, Joe?
It's DC, I believe, isn't it?
Ooh, let me check real quick. Beetle. Yeah, yeah. Uh, Blue Beetle is DC film, meaning it was dead on arrival. Unfortunately, when it comes to Marvel and DC, Marvel is guaranteed at least 400 million opening weekend. DC can barely break 100. So this is played by the actor Jaime Reyes. If you don't know who he is the one of the many stars on that came from the Netflix series The Karate Kid. I'm gonna quickly pull up what he looks like. He has a can't miss face. Now, you said that the the Blue Beetle movie is new to you. You haven't heard of Blue Beetle before, right?
Mm-mm. No, it's new to me.
Nah, it's actually new to a lot of people. Let me share this so you can know his face. Nope, hide me. Well, that's the Wikipedia. But what's his? Where's that? Where's his name at? Okay, yeah. So he's a main piece in the DC universe, but he still sadly uh, is only known by the core comic book fanatics, even though he has a big part in the universe. So let me zoom in. There we go. Little Karate Kid face. I know you recognize his face, Joe. I know you see it.
Sure.
No, you're not a Karate Kid fan.
The '80s. I haven't seen the new one yet.
What is your problem?
I know.
All right. Okay. So this is the first week that Blue Beetle is officially out in the movie theater. So so meaning that it should take over Barbie's number one spot, which was 3 weeks in a running. What you think? Have you seen Barbie? First of all,
No, I have not.
Joe, what is your problem?
Meh. I'm not a Barbie fan.
Well, Barbie
Yeah.
itself, Barbie actually is at $1.2 billion, right? So it's not just kids watching this movie; it's adults, men. I know I saw it. Okay, there we go. Look at this. Worldwide, $1.2 billion. You know what that is? That's Avengers type of type of numbers. That's Marvel numbers, right? So somebody
That's pretty
says is
impressive.
actually on the par of definitely, definitely impressive, definitely a good movie because I saw it. I would give it a 9 out of 10. Margot Robbie did her thing, and on episode 2, I'm asking you again if you saw it, and I'm expecting you to say yes, and I was
Maybe.
right. It was a great movie. Uh, right. So Black and Blue, quickly Black and Blue on Blue Beetle. I'm not going to stay too much on it because it is on its first week. You know, it is Sony, right? So I'm predicting. Oh, okay. The box office mojo just updated. Now, as far as Saturday, it's up to 43 million. 43.4 million worldwide, 25 million domestic, and 18 international, which sadly is really low.
What I love?
Really sad, to be honest.
Yeah,
It's low.
very low.
Sony, even though Sony, it doesn't have the biggest track record of sales compared to Marvel, they at least can guarantee them 100 million in the first week. But I don't think this is going to make it. It looks like it can barely push 70.
Hmm.
I don't have details, but I know Sony. I know Sony was like they put a lot behind Blue Beetle. You know, they expected it to be one of the forerunners of the new era of Sony Sony hero movies. So this is kind of underwhelming. Do you think that people overall is kind of done with you these superhero movies?
Mm, I don't think so. I think it's just because it's a no name um, superhero. I mean, unless you're really into comic books, um, that's that's probably why they've done all the big names. Now they're trying to go to the little and make the little names big, but like I don't know.
I mean, you're right. You know, but can you really say that? Because when it comes to Marvel, at least Iron Man wasn't a big name until like the movie came out. They made him big.
That's true.
Iron Man was like a C rank comic book character, to be honest. But now look, he's leading everything. Like can't think of a superhero movie without Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man.
That's
So
true. Yeah, you're right on that. I don't know. I don't know. DC doesn't have that mojo like Marvel has to spit out good movies. Not like they don't try, but
do they try? Do they try, Joe? I don't know.
I'm gonna say yes.
I've seen the movies. You're right. Is it a try or did they just make an attempt? They attempted to
Make an
put this movie
attempt.
out.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
But okay, but if you're not watching, Joe, if you're not watching Barbie, what movies are you watching? What movies have you
Um,
seen?
I just saw Haunted Mansion. That's a pretty good show. It's definitely not like there's definitely a couple jump scares scenes in there. But speaking of not doing the best, it's only earned 35 million worldwide. So, and that was I think this week. So
Is this like a sounds like a kiddie movie?
it
Is this
has
PG-13?
some. It's PG. I believe it's PG-13. Yeah, it has some. It's definitely got some adult humor and adult like some jump scares that maybe little kids might not like it.
Little kids, no one cares about them. Joking. No, but okay, okay. So it's a PG-13 film, as you say. What was the one curse word they got by?
Uh, I think it's more for the violence and the jump scenes. I don't remember hearing any cuss words, but
Come on, Joe. Every PG-13 gets away with one curse word.
I know.
It's a must. And it's been stories of actors and actresses. They try to fight for that one curse word that they can say.
Yeah, it's PG-13. It's not really of the cussing. It's more just the thematic elements and scary action.
Okay,
So
all right. And this
it,
came out when this came out. It came out I think last week, along with Barbie. Hmm.
mm, I think so. I think it was late July.
Yeah, July 28th. No, no. Yeah, and July 28th in the USA is when it was released. Ew. So it got ate up by Barbie. Barbie
Yeah.
came out to July 21st. So even after the second week decrease in box office sales, it still got demolished by Barbie.
Yep.
I don't know. Did you like it though? Is it
Yeah, I liked it.
is it a good niche? You know, is it
Yeah.
it's not made for everybody?
No, yeah, it's a good general film. I know in the beginning when Ben goes to uh the mansion, which is played by Lakeith Stanfield, he does say "damn." So I don't know if you want to
There we go.
include
That's that
that.
one curse word.
So
Every, everybody gets one. Every movie gets one.
I guess one. So
No. But I did know that I did find out that next week There is one movie worth of value that comes out, and it is called Gran Turismo. You might uh, you might know, or you might have heard of Gran Turismo. It's actually a video game, a racing video game, right? A long series genre that's been out for at least 20 plus years on many different consoles, and now it's the first time ever making a movie. Let me see if I can pull up a picture. Yeah, there we go. I typed in Gran Torino, uh, but if you could look up a picture while I describe what the story is. Now, this is based on is briefly based on a true story where a racing company they reaches out to uh, racers racers just that just played racing video games. So they reached out to some of the best racers of that genre, and they invite them to drive drive an actual vehicle, right? Because they want them to race. It's they're trying to the company is trying to find better racers, and they think that they should try people who play video games for some odd reason, right? So they send an invite. They get like 18, 20, 20 racers. Now these people are not like actual racers. They just race in video games, right? So they train them. They it's a whole competition basically, right? And uh, this is loosely based on a true story, but these one actually makes it past the test. They choose him, and now he's racing an actual car, right? So that's basically the premise of the story. Just picking out a gamer and putting him into a real life of that genre. Uh, it's like a Need for Speed movie that came out, I think 2013, I think, give or take. But that's one of the movies that just to be looking out for if you're a gamer or you like racing. That
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to do well, but it's it's coming. You know, can't stop it.
Yeah. It has some big names: David Harbour and Orlando Bloom.
Orlando Bloom's back.
I
I
guess
haven't seen
so.
him since the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. He plays Danny Moore.
Uh, see, they got some names, right? But I don't see much advertisement that they're putting into it. Which is going to hurt the box office sales. But besides it being such a niche story, I don't know.
Who knows?
I think Blue Beetle might top next week's, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Anything on Netflix that's coming out that you know of? You think
I,
that you're looking out for?
Nothing I can think of offhand.
No. I know that the I know that Blue Beetle it's having a slow start when it comes to sales, and Gran Turismo, I just predicted that it wasn't going to do well also. But how do you feel about the state of the movie industry in general?
Mm,
With like the content, the money,
yeah.
just overall.
Yeah. Well, I know this strike is putting a big, you know, hamper on it. Which I mean, I kind of with the the strike because the these big production companies are making hands over fist and they're not giving their actors a decent amount of money.
And how do you feel about that?
I think it's not right.
What
I mean,
what side are you on?
what do you mean? What's like? Well, I mean, I'm on the actor side. I agree that the. I mean, yeah, they make a lot of money, but they I think it's worth it. They should get paid what they're worth.
Is it
So
just the actors, or is it
it's
the writers, the people behind the scenes?
actors and writers. It's over 160,000 of Hollywood's actors officially went on strike.
Now, I think they went on strike only because of they are joining because of the writers.
Right,
They're standing together against the corporate. But I don't think that. I mean, it does have something to do with them. They're a part of it, but I think they're just helping out the writers instead of
right,
being the forefront of
yeah,
what they're fighting for.
yeah. It's 160,000 um, Hollywood actors, and then 11,000 writers from the Writers Guild of America, and then the actors are from SAG-AFTRA, which is a stage actors guild. So yeah, I
That's
mean, I
interesting.
agree. I mean, yeah, they get paid good money, but they entertain us. That's a hard job. It's a hard job to stay on top, and it's a
Not only
hard
is it
task.
hard, but it's mandatory. It's powerful.
Oh yeah,
Entertainment is what keeps the world going.
yeah,
When
and
it
it's
can,
always changing. And it's always changing.
that is interesting. I was more when I think of movie theaters in movies. I think of as you know, I think of money. Money needs to be made to make movies happen. Unfortunately,
Mm-hmm.
right? And because of COVID, these past couple of years, uh, the the movie theater itself has been an afterthought, right? They lost billions and billions of dollars in the past couple of years, right? And they are just now slowly finding their footing back into the world, right? So
Mm-hmm.
uh, it's not the same, but it's growing. It's getting there. You know, many theaters has been shut down and closed down because of the lack of money, because of the C word COVID, right? But places like AMC that survived are now are now growing, and I won't say that they're thriving, but they're getting better. It's slowly getting back to where it should be, where it was in 2018, 2017,
Right.
where when a movie come out every Friday, you're going to a movie theater, you're going to watch this movie.
Oh yeah.
Like movie theaters was a happening place. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Exactly.
but all right. So enough with the movie topic. We spent a lot of time on movies. We love movies, right? I want to briefly get into a new certain tech that I came across. Now I'm gonna share my screen. Now this might not be new to you, but it's new to me, and it is surprisingly amazing. Let me see if I can make this bigger. Nope. Up it. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. All right. So this right here, this is a dual screen monitor for your laptops. Have you seen this before?
I have. I've actually been looking at something for my laptop.
That is amazing. See me, I'm a computer guy, but I love a desktop. I like to stay put. Right. I hate it that. Uh, well, for one, let me circle back. Uh, I like the desktop because of the multiple screens that I get to have. After being able to uh, add on a second screen and a third one, I can't work with just one screen
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
I'm the same way.
I I can't do it. I feel claustrophobic. Just having one work on one screen. No, no, no. I'm borderline have ADHD. So I'm doing multiple things at multiple times, right? So that's one of the reasons why I hated using a laptop, right? But my girl, she's she works multiple jobs, because she likes money, she likes spending, right? So she's always on her laptop all the time. Now she came across this because with multiple jobs, she needs multiple screens, and she's the opposite of me. So she hates to be at a desktop at her desk. She likes to be mobile. She likes to work in this room, work in the next room, work in the third room, right? So this right here was able to make her mobile. She's able to do three different things using three different screens. Uh, this looks amazing. It's a concept for people doing that likes to work through a laptop and do different things. I don't know about this price range, but
Yeah, I was just about to say that 300. That's a little pricey. $379. You can almost buy two monitors for that. But
that is true. And
eh,
there's cheaper. They gotta be cheaper. Ew. I think I see one for. See this right here. This is $63, right? But this is just an attachment, one screen. So instead of three, you're just having one, which I guess that's okay. But the more the merrier. I like three screens.
hang on, it looks like it's got good reviews. It looks like it's 72% of 5 stars, 13% of 4 stars, um, and then like single digits for 3, 2, and 1. So
Let me see this. Now she went through many different. She probably bought like six of them just to try it out. And this particular one was one of the first ones she bought. I'm not sure if you can see this, Joe, but this is just it's still an attachment, but uh, this this screen right here comes out.
right,
And but she did her research and was like, if there's an attachment for one screen, then there's got to be more. That she came across the one I showed you, this bad boy, and it looks the attachment, it's seamless. It's basically just a click on.
right. I think it also depends on
But
your monitor, how big your monitor, because it's 12 inch. It's a 12 inch. The Team Sheet one, the original one you were talking about. So if you have like a 16-inch screen, it's gonna look weird. But I think if you have like a small screen, this would be great for like, working at home, or you know you can multitask.
hmm yeah, absolutely. But one of the things that if you're looking to buy something like this, one of the things that we found was an issue was that it did come with cables. You know, for your laptops. Like a laptop comes with a VGA, and sorry, not VGA, an HDMI, a C port, and a regular port. But so it comes with three different ways to plug in. But we found that not all the cables connection works the same, right? So we had to use our own cables that we had on hand to make both screen works. So like on the left side, let me get back to it. On the left side, we use a C port to a C port from the
Yes,
laptop to the screen, right? And that worked, but the box came with a an HDMI to a C port, and it wouldn't connect, right? And then we had a USB Type 2 to a C port that came with a box also, and it wouldn't connect also, right? So it seemed like the C port to C port worked fine. So luckily we had a second one on hand, and we didn't have to return it. But that's just something just to be on the lookout for. But
yeah. It sounds
overall,
like a
great
driver.
product.
It sounds like a driver issue, but like
We
USB
checked.
C. What was that?
We checked. We checked on the drivers. It was up to date. We checked Reddit, and they was having the same problem too. Right. So
Really? Wow.
yeah, and this laptop that she has, it's the newest Mac that's out there. So maybe it's an issue with Mac, maybe not. I don't know.
Maybe.
But still a great product for what it does. You know. One of the last things I want to bring up before we go is uh, is Mortal Kombat. So Mortal Kombat is a universal fighting game across different platforms of gaming. It's been out since the early '90s. The Sega, the arcade system, the Super Nintendos, and it's they're kind of going back now. So instead of Mortal Kombat 10 or 11, they're going back to Mortal Kombat 1, which is more or less a refresher, right? They are a well-known fighting game, big name in the fighting game community, right? They're known for their bloody fatalities, right? Their new game is coming out really soon, and in one of the trailers, they introduced a couple of faces that's going to be in the game. That is, I think the audience will like. I hope even you, Joe, will recognize a couple of these characters that's going to be introduced into the game. So I'm gonna share the screen and we're gonna watch the DLC trailer. And you tell me what you see.
The battle between good and evil is eternal.
Nice.
Now, uh, over the years, Mortal Kombat has been they've been known to have some some DLC characters that we know. I know, like they had, I almost said Robin Hood, but they had Terminator at one point, Predator, Alien. They had Chainsaw Man. So these are situations. They've been known to stretch stretch the roster to give us what we want, right? So I think it's actually interesting to see Peacemaker, Omni Man, Homelander. Of course, it's some other Mortal Kombat legacy characters, but uh, I'm not a big fan of DLC. But I might pay $15 to beat up people online with Homelander, laser beams.
Nice.
What you think?
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I'm all about the. I played Mortal Kombat in a while. It looks pretty interesting. I definitely wanna. I'll definitely get it.
Now, once again, this is DLC, so the game itself is probably going to cost you 60 to 70 bucks, and then the DLC a month or two later will come out another 15. So you know, uh, it is a pretty penny, but longevity. This is the game that you'll be able to play for a couple of years, and that's the whole point. So
Definitely.
uh, I just want to bring that to light because come on, it's Peacemaker, it's Omni Man, it's Homelander. These are, uh, I mean, it's not my childhood, but these are faces that's out there now that the audience want. And I just like the MK's once again pushing the boundaries.
Definitely.
Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely. But yeah, but I think that's it for today. You know, unless you got anything else that you wanna speak about before we go.
No, I think that's it.
All right. So once again, the other people that will watch this, this is this is episode one of Decide by the Nerds. We are still working out the kinks. We're still growing as a future podcasting company, right? So if you can if you see anything that we need to improve on, don't be afraid to put in the comment section, put in the chat. Anything that can improve not only us but the episodes. To improve improve the audience. That'd be great. We will take all comments in.
Definitely.
You, Joe. So we're looking
Definitely.
at making this a weekly episode, right? So just be on the lookout for our our skits, well not skits, but our shorts. Our calendar, and just be on the lookout for episode 2, episode 3, all the way to episode 1,000,000, give or take.
Hopefully.
All right, so Joe, it's been a blast, and I'll catch you next
Yeah.
time.
All right, man. See you later.
All right, have a good night.
You too.